How's it hanging? Hope you're all having a wonderful day, and we're back with some Outer Worlds 2, and I feel like we're getting close to the end. I feel like we've done all the companion missions. We might still have a little bit left to do with one of them. I feel like we're getting through everything on this place, you know? Okie dokie. We're going to hand that one in first.
You carry on.
You're back. I was beginning to wonder if you'd gotten buried in a snowdrift. Did you kill those yay-saying bootlickers good?
Job done. I killed them well.
Your acumen for problem solving is seconded only by your pedantry.
Thank you.
Here's your reward. Now get along. I'm as likely to be buried alive by my paperwork as the snow outside.
Okie dokie. Wrong button. We now want to go... wanted to go in. Every time, I never go straight in to the ship. Nice. Okie dokie. Now deals damage in an area. Applies plasma side effect. Have it do AoE. Immunity to plasma. Immunity to shock. Immunity to plasma. Nice. Yeah, so there must still be another mission with her for this bit. Wait, before let's have a... magazine size is higher. No, I like the one we've got on. Nice. Okie dokie. Where is she?
Agent, what do you need? I'm not hearing a question. More than anyone alive, I suppose. Not that I agree with all of her stated conclusions. In our time at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, I gained many
I'm hoping
colleagues,
doing a bit of speaking
but the work had cognitive demands.
knocks it into the next part, but
Let's say
you
I
may not get
possess
the next
more
part of a mission till
associates
like
than
later on, you
friends.
know?
She needn't have worried, though. I have recently come to appreciate personal connection. Theoretically. In a typically roundabout fashion, more or less. Not sure how she concluded that so quickly, but it was a reasonable hypothesis based on available data. I mean, of course I know who I am. Or that is, I know who I was. Who I am now
1 second.
is a work in progress. A revise and resubmit.
Okie dokie.
Happier? Me? Really? I suppose that is an applicable term. Hope it's not getting in the way of the work. Are you satisfied with my performance? Anything to note? I tend to agree, though I didn't see things that way before. Thank you. May all our endeavors yield expected results.
Okay. Maybe it opens up later on. As we're heading into the other place, I'm gonna get rid of her and bring out Valerie. Just because the other people can get a bit twitchy, you know, around people. We haven't got any explosives up, but I think it should be high enough to fix this.
And so there was light. My sincerest thanks. I will be sure to extol your virtues to the Lorients the next time we speak. And here, a little treat for your effort.
Nice.
The flip of a coin is known to be heads. Is it necessary to flip the
The only other thing we need is 4 explosive, is it? Yeah. I'm thinking like with the other place.
I always find I work best
This is
when
just going to move on to
undistracted.
another quest.
One could say I find the cultist at Newton quite the interruption to my focus. Now, how might we be of use to one another?
Convince the cultists to abandon Newton.
I find myself wishing you'd been less persuasive. With the cultists alive, they'll stand to impede us elsewhere. Nonetheless, you did as I asked. Here is your reward. You've proven yourself well, but we have recently experienced a pivotally important, unforeseen development. One I must meet directly. Can I count on you?
Let's hear it.
One of the satellites comprising the Hyperion web was struck by a wayward craft and crashed on Paradise Island. I need someone to recover an informational component from it.
What's the Hyperion?
The web is an
Rectum.
order-crafted network of information collection satellites. Our would-be protectorate overlords squandered them as glorified surveillance devices. We actually implanted a back door in the web to bring it back under our control,
Okie
should a circumstance like this arise. But we did not foresee certain protectorate modifications. But let's not speak of that. Find a way past the Protectorate at the crash site, collect the data, and return it here. Violence is likely, but perhaps you'll find an alternative.
How am I solve it without violence?
Only theoretically. The Protectorate guarding the site will be anything but welcoming. You'd likely need to find something, or someone, to wrest their attention away from you. I cannot say how that might be accomplished, unfortunately. Some of our scholars find answers to their solutions at the CAF integration point. Perhaps you might do the same. Collect the data from the crashed site and return it here. May the odds prevail against your bloody demise.
So over there we have to go. That'll be probably... There was a bloke that we spoke to who was in here as a liaison. Do you reckon that's him? Oh no, it's her. A spy.
If it isn't my favorite collaborator. I thought I said we shouldn't be seen together.
Need to retrieve data from a crashed satellite. Can you help?
You did sharpen my pencil, so I suppose sharpening yours is only fair. I'll put in a word with my associates to pass along to whatever Protectorate forces are on site to expect you. It's no guarantee, but at least they won't fire upon you on site. In exchange for my help, however, I want you to bring the data back here so that I can make a copy of it. Before you hand it over to the Order, to be clear. Do we have an accord?
What are your plans for the data?
You've no doubt heard the phrase, knowledge is power. Sub Rosa benefits from all the knowledge it can acquire. I can tell you no more than that.
Very well, I agree.
We do work well together, don't we? Return here when you have the data. I'll be waiting.
Okie dokie. Level up. We can then put up our explosives. Okie dokie. Go for face reader. For every 50 bits crafted. No, I'm just going to go for that. Okie dokie. Now, we're going to save it because I'm worried that this is going to blow her up. It wasn't just to learn the knowledge. For the exam, the first question wants you to rank by combusted class.
Is that what it means by categorizing by propellant attributes? By the architect, that question could have been phrased more clearly. Plan favor your endeavors. You don't know how much you've helped me. The rest of this exam will be rocket science, metaphorically speaking. Stashed a few, learning tools on the balcony of Cap Integration Point where I like to study.
Okey-dokey.
They're all yours. Just hop the short wall near the serving area. And thanks.
When that student later fails in the field due to your misplaced intercession, hopefully they live to learn from it.
Hopefully. But I did it for stuff.
On a scale of 100, how pleased are you with the garden in its current state? Please, try to capture your exact satisfaction to the nearest 10th integer.
Oh, 100? Certainly. That's
Now over here.
the right answer, isn't it? I can show my math if you need. I'd love to stay.
Determining the remainder of
This
your
must be
stay
what
in
she's
Robo's
on about.
garden is not the
Yeah,
purpose
okay.
of this survey.
But she said I can have
No
them.
excuse for expropriation.
She said I could have them. Still gonna help her.
Is that what it means by categorizing by propellant attributes? By the architect, that question could have been phrased more clearly. Plan favor your endeavors. You don't know how much you've helped me. The rest of this exam will be rocket science, metaphorically speaking. Stashed a few, learning tools on the balcony of Cap Integration Point where I like to study. They're all yours. Just hop the short wall near the serving area. And thanks.
When that student later
Yeah,
fails in the
so
field
they were the
due
stuff
to
that
your
she was saying we could
misplaced
take,
intercession,
but then it turns out we can't
hopefully
take them.
They live to learn from it.
Okie dokie. Paradise Island's in a different place. Different planet.
Have an update about that. Back at Winter's Grasp, I found someone was continuing Anaïs, Sir Bujold's research. Believe I have a lead on their identity. I wholly agree. I pieced together information from earlier leading to Golden Ridge on Dorado.
Yeah, because the information will
Oddly
blow up the
enough,
galaxy.
to the anchor hold
The
at
friend's
Matriarch's
information is when
Mercy
you say it.
Monastery. I had Val set the location on our map. I recognize we're juggling multiple crises, but I'd suggest we journey there sooner than later. Inquire away. I may even respond. Very well. Never minded.
Okie dokie. Wrong one. Just want to check. Is it out here? No, so it's somewhere else. Do hers first. Yeah, we'll go get hers done first. Then we go get the other bit. Which hopefully, because the other place we only needed to do 2 things with Auntie before she spoke to us about doing the peace stuff. So when we do the second mission with them, that should hopefully be enough to do the peace stuff. Okay, we can get rid of Valerie, bring back Azza. Okie dokie.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was? Since the schism, the Protectorate have rewritten history to exclude our teachings.
Wait. Have I hacked this one out here before?
Every scientician yearns to visit the archive.
First, just a quick check the bounties. No, I haven't. Okie dokie. Nice.
Ruth Basar is the first among equals of the Laureate Council.
So somewhere up here. I would have thought they would. Oh, ooh. Would have thought they would have cleared out the bodies since the last time we were here. Okie dokie.
Oh, I didn't expect us to wander into the scene of a murder,
What?
but somehow I'm not entirely surprised. Anomalous events have a way of spreading, multiplying. We should find a way inside. There might be clues to what happened, and where Anais's research is now.
There were 2 people in there earlier. I only see one body. Oh, these are the 2 people we helped during the mission here.
They should have been sealed in that room to focus on their studies uninterrupted. No one in or out. I'd suspect the missing anchorite knows something at least. We should ask her.
That would make
Might be
sense.
some signs in there of where she went. The terminal at Winter's Grasp said Anais' work was sent here. There might be signs of that, or where the missing anchorite got off to.
Okie dokie. Vent. They were in.
There may be more to learn. We should keep looking.
Done trauma.
I've had a chance to look around. You seem like you've done a thorough sweep. We should discuss what we've uncovered.
Okay. We identified the body. It was Anchoress Chow.
Poor thing. Blunt force trauma to the occipital lobe, I believe. Possible signs of an altercation. Might have been an accident. Might not have been. Hard to say with just a superficial glance. At the very least, her cloistermate Anchoress Brunn has some explaining to do.
Do you see what was posted? Looked like some kind of super dense logic puzzle manifesto.
A disputation of current order methodology. Focuses mainly on our presiding bishop, but saves ample room for the Laureate Council and previous regime as well. I believe I got the gist by efficiently skimming. The general
So did I. I
consensus
got
that
the gist
order
by
has
skimming.
lost its way. My old department is repeatedly mentioned in a favorable light. Anais' work is regarded highly.
This data pad had references to the research at Winter Grasp.
I saw that. I believe it was Anchoress Chow's diary. Spoke about regular visits by an exemplar Southworth, who requested access to Anais' work. Chow seemed worried they were conspiring about something. That they'd mentioned an old order research station.
Any idea where Anchoress Byrne went?
That old research facility seems the most likely spot
Okie
to look
dokie.
next. I know the coordinates on Eden. Place by the name of Point Obviation.
What else did you glean from all
I
this?
don't know what happened to Anchoress Chow, but leaving a body behind is suspicious. And the disputation reads like a call to
And
arms
sloppy.
for any fringe thinkers in the Order. There's no destroying the
What they
copies
could have
at this
done was
point,
drag
I'm
the body
afraid.
out of the air
Past
vent
that.
and throw it in with the other
Research
bodies,
is
you
out
know?
there. We need a way to keep anyone from taking it up further in the future. If we go in guns blazing from here, it will only continue. We need a plan to annihilate the idea.
Are you sure it will continue?
I've seen it happen. Things can take on a life of their own at a certain point. The more overt
So
the
basically,
response,
anyone
the
knows
more
the stuff,
unexpected the
get rid of them.
outcomes. We developed tactics at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection to minimize unforeseeable consequences. We can discuss once we see the situation on the ground.
Back to the ship.
Yes, time to seek out Anchorus Brunn.
Check. There's nothing in the toilet. Okay. Nothing around. Okie dokie. Let's double check. We can't fast travel from here, can we? No. Now here? No. Okay, so we have to ride the elevator down. Okie dokie. Where's that ship normally parked? Yeah. Okay, Point Oblivion.
Halt! Abide! Cease any and all manner of perambulation. Don't know who you all are, but unexpected guests are categorically unwelcome here. How'd you
Well,
even find
change
this
that.
place?
Welcome us, but
Maybe
die.
I should just shoot you and glean details from your logs.
Ah, exemplar, if I may. Surely you recognize such a notable member of our cohort, Marisol Delgado. The end point?
I can't recall if I ended whoever came up with that name. Surely hope so.
You were head causality intercessor of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, right up till the end, correct?
More or less.
Well, what a fortuitous alignment of low probability events this is. Our efforts here are based on your former department. You should confer with Anchorus Brunn straight away.
So Brunn is here. Great idea. We're going to speak to her directly.
We actually sought to find you and others of your program, Intercessor Delgado. A serendipitous event, you arriving. Assuming you'll vouchsafe for your colleagues, you may all proceed. You'll find Wilhelmina up the lift, 4th floor.
Welcome to Point Obviation.
Okay. Don't know why. I have a feeling we might have to shoot our way out.
Research from Winter's Grass. I'm sure of it. Best play along for now, until we can ascertain the best course of action.
Seems well guarded. Let's not make any sudden moves. Unless, you know, we want to fight.
Look, everyone! It's the endpoint. Come to join us, I take it.
I do have a unique interest in what you all are doing here.
Have an intellectually stimulating day.
long-time vocal exponent of your work, Intercessor.
There's two other lock places in here.
Doubt the Anchoress will walk away from the research lightly. May require some aggressive convincing.
That's why we have Isa with us. Ooh. There's a hatch. There's a computer over there. Ooh. No stealing. That watch is mine.
Oh, who's this? Oh, yes, I remember you.
This
We
is
met
behind
earlier at the site of my former seclusion. I've heard
another
much of your
protected thing.
exploits since. If I recall correctly, you helped me prove my argument that pacifism always presents the best options. I admit I have modified that opinion slightly since then. I understand you allowed Seer Wiley to go free, yes?
Yes.
Once was a time I would have made that exact same decision. And as for you, I've been informed that you're Marisol Delgado. I've read your file. An impressive body of work, though often quite mortiferously inclined.
Less so over time. There were too many pesky repercussions, I came to find.
Yes, well, to what do we owe the pleasure? Are you familiar with our goals? Come to join up, perhaps, or should I say re-enlist?
Re-enlist? What are you talking about? You start in Marisol's department? You came here after finding Joe's body, and your manifesto posted nearby. Yeah.
It was more of a disputation as a scholarly objection than a manifesto per se, but why quibble? Anchoress Chow is very much against it. Her accident was quite tragic. You saw the disputation, though. Tell me, what did you think? You read it, yes?
Here, am I ahead, honestly? Can you translate for a layperson? I was more concerned about the body of your colleague. No.
Surely you're aware of the myriad errors of our current presiding bishop and previous regime. One of whom shut down the division that operated here, the other squandered it. Our sect aims to end human suffering, sooner than later. We've taken great inspiration from your former department, from their methods and their science. To solve the universal equation in our lifetime requires bold action, clever calculation, and assiduous work.
I think they've gone too far. That's what they've done. Then we'll have to put an end to it. How did you end up here from the monastery? Campus Southwest was involved, yes. Do you have research? Yeah, thingy that was locked up.
Oh, you're an admirer as well? It's one of the very things that led me to agree to lead the efforts here. I believe it's the way forward for the Order. Bourgeois' thinking was unconventional, ahead of her time. Why, in fact, she's here with us now today, overseeing an experiment that proves her researchers' theories.
Really? Seer Bourgeois is here, at present, in this facility? The one we're presently standing in?
You trust her to assist? She hasn't been in a proper lab for decades. How long has she been working here?
Not long at all. We reached out to her on Cloister. She agreed to
She
join
just got
us
here,
immediately.
right.
If you thought her work before was
She'll be doing the same
captivating,
thing.
wait until you hear the experiment she's overseeing now. The intent is to represent the building blocks of the universe within a test chamber, then extrapolate data revealing the
She's the person that we're destroying a data for.
universe that forms.
Sounds like it could change everything, one might say.
Why, you should go see for yourself. As former colleagues, I'm sure you'd like to reacquaint. Go on. I'll call down to let her know you're coming.
It's just downstairs?
Yes, she's monitoring the experiment. I'll have elevator access unlocked so you can join her. Do please stay in the observation area, though. The work is quite delicate. We'll speak further after you check over see if Bourgeot's work and the experiment concludes. Oh, so
Be back in 1 sec. Sorry about that.
exciting.
How much longer do you predict preparations will take? Oh my...
I'm not going to purge it yet.
Head Intercessor Delgado.
I always like going in before we talk to anyone and fiddle with the controls.
Perfect moment to assist our experiment.
What in the endless void are you?
Shh. Comms off, but others are near. I need your aid before this ridiculous affair careens into disaster. Can I rely on you this time? Or will you already intend on scurrying away again?
What are you even doing here?
I came to derail this line of inquiry
Yeah, this is what we thought.
in such a discommodious way that no one would ever consider trying it again. For all the aforementioned reasons of it likely causing, or at least queuing up and leading to, the end of all things. You chose to leave me behind, again. So when they came calling, I thought it an opportunity to sort it all myself. Yet, admittedly, at this moment, I could use your assistance.
This shouldn't be your burden. It's on me.
You don't get to decide that, or adjudicate, or coolly comment in a steely growl. Not falling for that a 10th time. Help or stay out of my way.
Of course we'll help, unconditionally.
The test involves 4 stations. Each represents one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Zeranium gas, microwaves,
nucleons, N-waves.
all the usual stuff. That test chamber is where all are meant to mix. To simulate a mini-universe I can apply my theories to, pull data from, and deduce the universal equation in a reduced time frame. We know what happens if that's successful, so I need you to muck with each station's settings, then initiate the experiment.
You sure you two don't want to talk things out
I,
first?
for one, am certain. Even if I wasn't, now is not the time to dally. Sooner you start, sooner this will be finished. All you need to do is adjust each station's settings slightly. Things will cascade from there. Remember, subtlety is required.
No, I'm subtle.
If we alter the
We all
experiment
know.
input data
Subtlety is my
less
middle
than
name.
delicate fashion, Brun will notice. I assure you.
The guards on the 2nd floor won't appreciate visitors, so avoid getting spotted. Here's a maintenance key. Head down the vent.
Consider it Mukbah.
It's only the fate of the galaxy riding on it, so perhaps try to be careful.
Okay, stealth is what we're good at, guys. Okie dokie. I think it might be out there.
Trust that is the sound of science going exceptionally well.
Okay. I'm gonna assume.
1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8.
The guy down there. Let's have a look at the map. So it looks like we have to drop down.
Indelibly eradicate algorithmic dissonance.
Just have a quick look, see if there's... down there? A lever? Disable power? Oh. Okay, we need to mix stuff. Combine the samples best you can.
Ceasing delivery.
Then combine it. Okay, so it looks like just that was all we need. But, you know, what's the fun in that? We're going to mix it. Yeah. Inexpertly mixed. Whee! Okie dokie. Do not alter. Okay. Locks the settings. Okay. This one, ideal 400. To let me. How do we know if it's changed, you know?
Mine's a hostile.
I mean, we're all hidden. She's not. But luckily, she's invisible. Alright. I'm assuming that's fiddled with. So there's something else in here. This would probably just be turning off the power, right? Oh. For the N-ray setting. Please note, this area is a temporary interrupt the stream. Spare safe switch from red. Not the one in the ventilation shaft. Because if things go wrong, more difficult to detect. The one in the ventilation shaft has been okie dokie. Just made it in before we turn fully round.
Aborting search. Hard to get into good sleep cycle. These constant permutations upsetting everyone's natural lung rhythms.
Don't have the science. A weird looking rock. Okay. This. Got the hacking. Okie dokie.
Hard to get in a good sleep cycle. These constant permutations upsetting everyone's natural logarithms.
If you're done, evaluate.
Zooming out. Let's hope we mucked it up.
Did it work? Did it work? See, Bonjour, was it a success? What happened?
Hold the applause just yet. I need to run the numbers. I'm sending the others back up to you.
Whatever it looks,
They
it looks
can describe
stable.
the proceedings in detail.
I shall await their arrival. Anchor's Brun out. That is how these messages end, yes? If not, farewell.
The results of the experiment will be a career-ending embarrassment for Anchoress Brun. But
Cool.
she won't accept this lightly. We'll need to do more.
Yes, our next steps here will be crucial. I know this type of mission well. Granted, my targets were always meticulously well researched beforehand.
You'll need to convince her, destroy her logic, end this research for good.
How am I supposed to do that? This is going to involve maths, isn't it? Can't we just kill her?
All it requires is a forceful array of incisive argumentation, logical reasoning, coercive persuasion, and cognitive contortioning.
You mean one of our old brain-off maneuvers? Really? That's
Uh,
what the rank and file
can she
in
do
our
it?
old department used to call it. Provost Bolding considered it a casual moniker unbefitting of an order scientician.
Make Brun give up on science, logic, and reason entirely. Then no one will ever dare continue the research again. Between you and Marisol, it should be a light challenge. Easy.
It's all down to you, Marisol. I have a better idea. Let's shoot her. No, sounds
A
easy.
brain-off against an order anchorite isn't entirely without risk. We could employ certain other methods to deal with her. From our former department's playbook.
Oh, yes, a book you wrote titled Making an Execution Look Like an Accident.
Ah, yes.
Despite the moral quandary ideally involved, unseen consequences still abound.
That's hyperbolic at best. Data suggests significantly fewer unpredicted outcomes than outright murder, if properly executed. And I'm quite capable of skewing results in our favor.
And here I thought you'd begun to change.
What's potential drawbacks? Yeah. I'd like to hear the other teammates' opinion on this. Yeah.
Marisol knows what she's doing. I vote for murder. I just love watching her work.
Yeah, we should try to undermine her confidence. If we fail, then murder.
Seems reasonable. Appreciate you listening. Murder shouldn't be our first option here.
No, but it
Too
might
many
be the
drawbacks,
most
both
fun.
mathematically and ethically.
Honestly, I'm relieved as well. I have been trying to be different from the person others believe me to be.
From the legend? If you're retiring as the endpoint, we'll need to find you a colorful new sobriquet.
Any advice?
Typical argumentation may prove useless, and she'll likely see through most attempts at deception. Be clever, unpredictable, surprise her. But in the event you should fail, you'll need a viable backup plan, or it will erase any chance of success completely. The Anchoress is housed in a test chamber similar to this one. It's been refurbished with some rather tacky furniture, but much of the old experimental apparatus remains. There is a hatch near the elevator upstairs. An external ledge leads to a vent system that can connect the two chambers. Doing so will expose the Anchoress to a lethal atmosphere. I'll need to make an announcement afterward that an accident has occurred tied into the experiment.
For an extemporaneous plan, it's not a bad one. What if the Anchoress realizes what we're doing and calls for help?
I'll cut off her comms when she begins pleading. Oh, that sounds even more heartless when I say it out loud. Please choose wisely.
All right, let's go.
Here's the hatch key in case you need it. May
So we
all
try
your endeavors
to
elicit
have a brain
expected
off.
results. And Marisol, do keep out of trouble.
Otherwise, we go in there.
There you are. You saw the experiment through to the end, yes? The data hasn't arrived yet, so please do tell. Was it as beautiful as I imagined? Any inklings to the result? Or perhaps I oughtn't to have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded, Well, don't just stand there. Tell me everything.
Now it's time. I hate to tell you, but this. The experiment failed spectacularly.
What? No. It couldn't. Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Step me through your understanding of what's gone awry.
The experiment was deeply flawed on a conceptual level.
Really? In what way?
We don't have the science. We don't have the science. Exploring a faux mini-universe to solve the equation doesn't make a lick of sense.
Did Seer Bourgeot fail to explain? Using her theorem, we can map the position and path of every
Okay, I don't think we'd
atom
be
in a
able to
simulated
out-science her.
universe.
We'd be having no science.
Extrapolate that to solve the equation. This was just a start. Such models typically make an enormous amount of errors at first. All quite expected. An anticipated setback, nothing more. It simply needs to be revised and refined. You certainly seem to be making a lot out of this, though, one must say.
Or maybe one of the two of us isn't taking things seriously enough.
Now, I'm starting to believe you're just needlessly fretting. Is this nerves? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be dismissive. Look, there may be some validity to some of your points, yes. But we'll improve. We will continue to stride forward. There's absolutely no need for all this doom and gloom.
Again, no science.
Oh, is one of you a seer now? Because I put considerable more stock in the prognostications of the Order's prime mathematicians than I do any old
Okay, we're going to revert to the vent.
soothsayer. Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything we've done here is
That's what they said between the two of us. We can't even say to Marisol, Marisol, you speak to her. Ah. Experiment failed terribly. Your career is over. Time to retire.
Really? Will I become a laughingstock among my peers? Have the whispered jeers begun already? No. No.
See, if they give us the speech options, we have 20 on speech.
Breathe. You've faced setbacks before. Ah, the experiment data just arrived in my terminal. Allow me to eyeball it a moment. Perhaps there's something here to help prove or disprove any of what you've been saying. There was some variance to the input data. Not far beyond acceptable parameters, but curious. Could explain the failure.
Does sound within the margin of error. I maintain that there's an underlying science is off.
Oh, come. One bad test wouldn't mean the science is completely flawed. I fear this was a waste of valuable time.
If I may,
Yes.
I have a point
I've been waiting all this time for you to, by all means.
There's a
yes.
critical flaw in Sir Bujold's approach, I think.
She's the
best illustrated
scientist.
by this English phrase: time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. I much appreciate
And poop
this gesture.
flies like poop.
Very simple, yet clever. Because in English, the word like can mean similar to or I prefer. And flies can be to soar, or plural of the insect. Through this perspective, it functions, makes sense, is humorous even. But in another language where words' meanings differ slightly, it does not. The framework we interpret the statement from changes, thus rendering it uninterpretable. False. Bujold's method of shortcutting the universal equation is much the same.
It lacks context. When you extrapolate the data from the mini-universe to the larger one, the information itself may scale correctly, but fail to interrelate. This has been a difficult conversation.
You know, why couldn't she speak at the beginning for us?
Challenging, disputatious, at times compelling. Yet I remain unswayed.
We tried. Our fallback plan's our only option now. Head for the hatch.
Whoa, Marisol, don't say that out loud.
You're starting to worry me. What do you intend to do?
Ah, the outside. Look at that. Okay, we've done the hatch. Now what? Aha. Okay. There's the gas.
Fellow scholars of the Order, a tragic accident has occurred. During our recent experiment in test chamber,
Oh, she's got loot on her.
we failed to recognize that ventilation systems have been left.
Guys, how do I get in?
to
She's got loot on her.
Alpha. As you know, it had been recently refurbished as an enclosure for
Dang it.
Empress Braun. She gave her life for science. Well, it's true that we found the related research deeply flawed, but she gave her life for the
No, she's not here.
pursuit of science. As the experiment was a colossal failure, I, as senior scientist remaining, have determined we must abandon this inquiry and shut down such a terrible shame.
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes, Intercessor Delgado. You've truly been an enormous disappointment.
How
A key
dare you.
experiment fails and Ankrus Brunn falls prey to an unfortunate accident right after you and your consort arrive. And we are all to believe these events are unrelated?
Yes.
That's circumstantial and more than a mite bit paranoid. I expect better from an Order scientician. Even one from the Department of Applied Scientism.
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado.
It wasn't her, it was me. This is your first workplace accident, and you feel guilty about it, I see. I thought you believed in Saya Bujod. Did you hear her announcement? No longer hard before accusing the former thingy. I'll go for that one.
I don't care that you somehow roped in Bujold with that little performance. I'm not buying it. The Anchoress, poor trusting soul that she was, may have believed you were here in good faith. But I don't. You're looking more and more like enemies to me.
We don't have observation. Okay. Talk a good game, but overlook the shoddy science involved in the test. Not gonna lie.
The Anchorus was one of the finest minds the Order has ever produced. I'm well versed in manipulative prevarication from feckless mutineers. Try again. Or try facing a gauntlet of well-trained exemplars. I could always choose for you.
Okay, we got a speech option. Nice. You're angry and scared and feel the need to lash out. But we're not your enemies here.
No, I expect not. I suppose I just needed you to be. I wanted so much to do something here, something relevant, meaningful. Now it's all gone. I don't know what to believe anymore. Go on, get out of here, before I change my mind. Fellow exemplars of the Order, stand down.
Nice. We don't have to shoot our way out. It's always a plus.
I'm just disappointed I didn't get to watch Anchoress Brun's face as she suffocated.
The Anchoress had to be stopped. The rest, I just try not to think about.
Can we fast travel here? Well, yeah. Why am I using my legs?
Oh, look who it is. The legendary former head intercessor of the Order. Another mission successfully completed. Made it through all that without a scratch, hmm? Glad to see. Say.
Would have been better if we could talk around, but we needed science to do it.
Rather a mess, but you...
But at least with that mission, it gave you an option to do something else.
You tried to do right before you did what you must. I appreciate it, the attempt. No matter how that may sound.
The credit or blame belongs to the commander here. It was their decision, ultimately.
You forget I know you. You always thought you knew better. No one could ever convince you of anything. Before, that is. Good to see. Maybe you are facing yourself.
There are a few things I'm still not used to saying. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Please. And thank you. But thank you, Anais.
At any rate, I'm off. You all take care now. Marisol, don't be too enigmatic or anything. Try. Before I forget. Meant to give you this earlier.
And this will be the last pass for her.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Anais? Goodbye.
Guess we'll never know what happened to Joe. No. Are you alright after that?
Oh, not really. Not yet, at any rate. Everything's a bit raw right now. But suppose I will be. Thank you, dear.
Well, I'm here for you, Marisol. You know, in case you need me to help sow some violence to help you feel better.
Okie dokie.
Commander, I've had some time to cogitate over what occurred at Point Obviation.
Well, we literally just got on the ship from Mount. We literally just got on.
You and I might talk it through. A bit, yes. With the work I used to do, I'm no stranger to guilt and regret. Midway into my requisite sleep cycle is when it usually plagues me the most. We could have done better by Anchoress Brun.
We tried to convince her.
Convinced her to abandon the research. I'd doubtlessly still lament duping her, but she'd be alive. And yet,
I didn't have the science points. I didn't have the science points. For some reason, Marisol, they wanted me to do the convincing, when it would have made more sense for me to let you do the convincing from the start.
Southworth was complicit, yes. Though she's alive, I believe we've squashed her reviving my old department. Struck me as little more than a functionary with a gun, truth be told.
At least we won't have to worry about the universe ending now.
I hope so, at least.
Well, for that, we've still got the rifts to
According
fix.
Anais, we could have reduced the likelihood of that occurring by completing the brain off. It's not anywhere near zero, but it's unlikely.
Well, some time had passed. How do you feel about how you left things?
She seemed pleased that we at least attempted to address her concerns, so I've changed, apparently. Thanks to you.
Yes, you do seem different. You've been beaming since we left.
It's been a while since anyone gave me a good talking to like Anais did. And I'll admit your influence has been rather positive. I'm pleased with the path I'm on now. I didn't think this is what the plan had in store for me. I've been facing myself with the same zeal I face my enemies. With tidier results. Appreciate you taking the time to talk it over, Commander.
Not a problem. Now we'll upgrade you. Okie dokie. Pistol now charges her companion ability when it deals damage. Extends the duration of hostile effects on a target. Gains shield whenever you spend gadget energy. Gains charges for her companion ability whenever she takes damage. Yeah, that. Nice. Okie dokie. I'll be back in one sec. Okie dokie. To Eden, Paradise Island. So we just leave the planet, turn around and come back. Why are we coming in from a distance? We were on that planet. Okie dokie. Ah, there. Ow. 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 Mines. Guys, we chose the minefield. It's okay, we're flying at the minute. Can we eat while flying? Yes, nice. Ow. Okay. First mistake was running through a minefield. Mustn't have been in here. Okie dokie.
Good fortune! Our technician manifests at last. Halt there. You match the description of the technician we have been vigilantly awaiting, but as they say, assumptions made are mistakes readied. Present yourself, so that I may take the measure of you.
I can do a little twirl for you if you like. There. No time. If I don't get to work, the whole rectum could corrupt and dismantle.
What? Spare me your technical argot and hop to it then.
Ah, over here.
Finished already?
Yep. We're the great technician. Want to see if I can rob you. Okie dokie. We'll then let the woman copy it. We won't take a like Aza with us in here because they're not really fond of the cultists. Okie dokie.
People are gonna start to talk.
I have the satellite data, as promised.
Aren't you reliable? I just need one moment to copy the data. There, all done. Thank you ever so much. Was there anything else you wish to discuss?
Okie dokie. We go and hand it into her. I wonder, can we... There, that's how you get up to meet people. And she didn't even mind.
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hopefully you shall facilitate that. Now, how might we be of use to one another?
I'm gonna retrieve, here you go.
Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been. Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet.
I think I'm more than proving myself. Can I meet the bishop?
Yes. You've earned not only my trust, but the Order's as well. I hope you'll continue working with us in the future. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. She can be found in the room off the main stairwell. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know. Be on your very, very best behavior.
To be fair, I wasn't thinking about it until she said it. Now all I'm thinking about is... I could easily... bring harm to her.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause.
Of course. I wouldn't be here if I didn't have faith in Order. You're doubting my loyalty. I'm not making any commitments until I know what the goals are. Hold that thought, I'll be back in a bit. I'll continue to help you as long as I receive something with top one.
Faith is trust without evidence. You deserve far more than that. Now then, I gather you already know who I am. But science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future.
It's an honor to meet you, presiding bishop.
I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be. But I trusted the plan, and lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station.
We did.
Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement.
Anyone else would have done the same. You're welcome. It was a close thing, if I'm honest. I'll accept a trophy too, if you're handing them out. It was a close thing.
Yes, by all reports it was. But the plan evidently has greater outcomes prepared for Vicar Levin.
Levin seems like a good man.
He is, at that. I consider him a close personal friend, and I cannot say that about many. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. I just received the most curious transmission from Auntie Cleo. She wishes to discuss a partnership of sorts, and I heard you were the source of this plot.
Yes. That's correct. Is this something you'd be open to?
I must admit I have significant doubts about colluding with an entity like Auntie's Choice. Why should the Order agree to even entertain the possibility?
Ooh, my speech is coming in. I consider you a wise leader, Bishop. Wise enough to see the potential benefits here.
Wise enough to recognize the perils, too. But the right course often involves remaining open to new possibilities. Auntie Cleo has already proposed a secure conference room on board the Undisputed Claim for our use. I will await your arrival there to mediate.
Failed to cite her work completely. I worked with presiding Bishop Orlo, you know. Now there was a serious scientician.
Don't compare bishops. We've got a negotiation to handle. Can we steal from it? No, I can't steal her cream. I pressed the wrong button. My plan there, guys. I wanted to jump over it just for fun, just for a laugh. I didn't mean to hit over the gun. Oops. I'm hoping this isn't after I just like hit it with the gun. Excellent. I'm not going up there. You're fine up there, Bruce. Okie dokie. I doubt we can get science high. No, what? I have two on leadership. Why not? Can I fast travel from here? Yes, nice. Okay, to the undisputed claim. And remember, that's jump. No, not R3. You know what? Just for fun, A's income. Let's see if their complaint was turning up with a cultist for negotiations. Yeah, as long as we don't accidentally hit them again.
Commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we were...
Where's that other? Ah, there you go. You can come down with us. They won't mind it providing the lift a bit, you know. Gonna pop a cheeky little save. Okie dokie.
Look who it is, the instigator of this little affair. Her mathematicalness should be along soon, unless the leader of the Order's too busy crunching numbers to attend to business.
There we are. Apologies for the delay. We were resolving some technical issues. Cloister's atmosphere has a tendency to...
Oh, yes. Regale us with a thorough account of Cloister's atmosphere. Spare no detail.
This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better.
See now, why a neutral third party was needed here. We haven't even started, and you're already taking pot shots at each other.
Why, I don't know what you're referring to, I'm sure. Compared to how I treat my staff, I'm being a peach.
If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task, surely we can remain civil. If not, these negotiations may prove short indeed.
But if I was used to get some makeup. Let's get down to it. What would it take to make this partnership happen?
From where I'm positioned, I sense 3 sore points still in need of massage. Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and distribution of skip cores. And point 3, management of Rift technology.
Most important thing to decide first. You get control of the archive.
Before we go any further, I want it in writing that the Order will take full control of the archive without interference from Auntie's Choice.
What? So the Order can set it fruitlessly idling for another few centuries? We would put it to far more practical use. Imagine the marketing strategies it could develop.
I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its calculations. No, such a condition is out of the question.
How about the Order gets the archive but directs some power to the ad campaign?
I am amenable to that proposition. Less work on our part.
I'm waiting to hear an argument that would support such a ludicrous proposal.
Imagine never listening to another ad about a product being 110% better than before.
That is a compelling vision of the future. One I could perhaps support. Involving money in science seems questionable. But having access to Auntie's resources would be useful for our research. Fine. Yes, I agree. Reluctantly.
Nice.
Ruth, I commend you for being so receptive. And I assure you that Auntie's Choice values science. Nothing bad has ever happened when science and commerce are combined.
On the subject of science,
Sure,
it would be most prudent for us to discuss who will be overseeing the management of skip drives, specifically the production of skip cores.
No one understands production like we do.
I think she's technically right with it.
We have far more experience using skip drives. It was how we came to Arcadia, after all.
Where Auntie's Choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration merely for lack of experience.
So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free to whoever wants one?
Yeah, we can't have that because that will
Preposterous.
cause more
And a waste of
rifts.
a perfectly good monopoly.
We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to. And a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity.
What if the Order drafted restrictions to curb abuse by anti-handles production?
That assumes Auntie's Choice would even abide by such a list of restrictions, and which would almost be impossible for the Order to enforce.
Not to worry. We can build a regulatory commission to oversee production and make sure everything is up to Auntie's Choice and Order standards.
Oh, one of those regulators, they'll be in your pocket.
Oh, partiality concerns are a thing of the past. Obviously, regulators would be incentivized to care most about the safety of the consumer. You know, right after production costs.
As would the likelihood that we will eventually improve upon it. We shall allow Auntie's control of the current design. There is still
Nice.
the question of who takes possession of the Protectorate's rift technology
Me.
once the war is finished. Although the science is still largely theoretical, this technology could be used to not only close rifts, but create new ones. A dangerous power indeed, left in the wrong hands.
The Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology. Auntie's Choice would actually use it. For good, of course. In a gainful manner.
Don't have the science. Crazy idea, but maybe the Order and Auntie's Choice can share the technology? I'm with Ruth on this one. Technology like that should be in the hands of the scientists. How much pushback am I going to get of this? I'm going to say with the scientists.
I'd be remiss if I didn't note that Auntie's Choice also has scientists. Very good ones, in fact.
I am certain your scientists are adequate, but compared to Order minds, it would be
We
foolish
actually
to
gave them
pretend there is
Order
any
scientists.
contest.
My scientists don't perpetually dither with profitless theoretical impracticalities. They
Because this is a
produce
bad one because we need
tangible,
science for it.
worthwhile results in short order, or else.
Ah, here we go. A speech. If something goes wrong, it'll blow back on Auntie's Choice. Is that really what you want?
Point taken. Very well. Let the Order shoulder the risk.
A rational resolution is a joy to all. There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor, controlled by Auntie's Choice.
Doesn't sound too difficult. Auntie, can you help with that?
I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth, and what comes out of it is hardly safe for general use. Out of professional curiosity, what could you possibly need with such dangerous compounds? Running a little experiment, are we? On what? Or whom?
That is, quite frankly, none of your concern.
That is, but it is Auntie's business now, Ruth. The two of you are working together.
Precisely. Partners don't withhold secrets, although they can and probably should withhold extremely dangerous chemicals if not properly notified of what they will be used for.
I will make no progress with my request without further explanation, will I? While the archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which allows one to interact with it directly. Brain-to-logic assembly, as
She's
it
going to
were.
hook herself up to the archive.
Unfortunately, this headgear exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it.
You seem nervous, Ruth. Is there something more with this drug you're not telling us?
Perhaps I have not been entirely forthright. This treatment will enact a permanent change in my personality. Irreversible. But it will not cost me anything I would lament losing.
And I thought we were the ones who threw caution to the wind.
Well, Ruth, if worst comes to worst, I'd be happy to serve as a substitute teacher for the Order.
Yeah.
A generous offer, but I fear you lack a certain number of qualifications. Conscience, for example.
If you make this bet and you're wrong in any way, the entire Order will suffer.
You sound just like Laureate Beckett. I'm weary of having this debate, especially as I can never seem to win it. Very well. Never mind about the chemicals. Now is not the time for risky experimentation at any rate.
Oh, bother. Here I wanted to see Ruth lobotomize herself. Oh, well. Best I'll say is today's outcome is workable. Barely. Our gains were not as exclusive as I had hoped they'd be.
Arriving at any arrangement even remotely equitable was statistically improbable. Be glad our mediator managed to find a middle path forward.
I don't like to brag, but I'll make an exception for this one. No. I'm just happy you two are able to reach an agreement at all.
As am I. You certainly have a way of curving probability into your favor.
Well, that'll be all for today. Don't forget to purchase the latest in Auntie's Choice products out on the value-added Esplanade, or enjoy a refreshing cocktail at the Best Choice. And do come see me personally when you have time. I have just the thing in mind for an accomplished freelancer such as yourself.
One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the archive to consider.
Of course, provide our expert troops to support these efforts. Have your people call my people to sort details. Toodaloo!
Brusque as ever. Auntie's troopers will certainly help us manage the Protectorate forces easier.
That they will.
Especially if supported by your help. But it would be irrational to expect you to endanger your own life without a more specific strategy in place. Fortunately, I have already given this some thought.
Let it continue.
First, we must reclaim Spyreton from the enemy.
Okay,
Spyreton once served as the Order's headquarters, due to its proximity to the Archive. Its loss was an affront, and remains so. Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the Archive, however. So you will need to infiltrate the Archive by alternate means, via a bridge connected to Newton.
We've already
Fortunately,
been there.
I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift currently blocking the bridge.
That's okay. Good news. I'm in possession of a device that closes rifts.
Ordinarily, I do not fancy surprises, but you are proving an exception to that rule. With such a device in hand, bypassing the rift should be as rudimentary as pie. And perhaps at some later date, you will also permit our scientists to analyze this gadget at length
Not a chance,
in one
Ruth.
of our labs,
Not a
provided all
chance.
goes according to plan.
So retakes Spyreton, infiltrate the archive, and unlock the lift. Got it. Anything
There
else?
is a computronical key that you will also need to locate within the archive called the Calcaduceus. The Calcaduceus grants special access to the archive. Once it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems once more.
In exchange for my help, I want to use archive to analyze some rift data I have.
Until the Order has control over the archive again, this discussion is all but moot. You know what must be done. May you achieve
A simple yes would have been fine,
in
Ruth.
accordance with the plan.
I never would have foreseen this day would come. You are exceedingly unpredictable, Commander. In a good way.
That I am.
Mostly.
Ooh, we can go to Auntie's office. Remember, guys, I'm not to accidentally hit her in the face with the butt of our gun like we did with Ruth. Oh, wrong button. I'm just going to keep my hand away from that side, just casually. There's stuff we can steal. None of it looks like we should steal it. Here's these two.
Another of our rivals. Can't believe those eggheads accepted the deal. What's next on my agenda?
That outside contractor is here. You requested a brief tete-a-tete.
There you are. Our fresh-faced new go-getter. We meet in the flesh at last. You've proved quite useful. Keep it up. You'll be going places. You don't seem much put off by my appearance. Good.
No, to be fair, it is kind of shocking having like a microphone on the side, a megaphone thing, speaker, one might say. That kind of threw me off. Because obviously she's speaking normally.
Buried within the confidentiality clause you agreed to on arrival. I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes?
Your body is just a distraction. It's just distracting everyone from that winning smile of yours. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna lie. We're gonna no. How are you alive right now? What happened? None. Once you've seen one disembodied head, you've seen them all. You know what? We're gonna do the lie.
Oh, careful you. Specious flattery will get you everywhere. Fortunately,
See, I thought she would be someone that would respond nice to flattery.
Technology Corporation, you become first in line for any experimental life-preserving procedures. As far as what happened, I was the victim of an unfortunate industrial accident shortly after we arrived here. The details of which are less salient than the details of what comes next.
Let me guess. You want me to go harvest you a new body?
Not exactly. Well, exactly. But not in the way you think. We have a mission for you that is vital to
As long as it's not Ruth.
survival.
We've uncovered an opportunity to procure me a new, audaciously improved replacement body.
I sense you're about to have me slaughter a bunch of people again. Why in Lord's name would you steal a new body? Let me guess. You want me to collect parts of a legendary mega critters to craft together?
That was actually considered at one time.
But ultimately, it was found unviable. Not too sure how much you boned up on our grafting program, but it had a significant number of setbacks.
Yeah, we've heard.
No, to find me the perfect body, you'll be assailing an inappreciably populated automated automech.
Gonna get a robot body.
Over on Praetor.
Are you asking to be mounted on an automech?
Not just any automechanical, something much, much more exciting. That facility was designed to build complex automechs, a natural choice when the Protectorate began.
Now, if we go into a final battle and it's Anti's head on a giant, like Mecha Godzilla type thing, that would be so awesome. I want that. Better happen.
Work halted when he died, and the torso prosthesis they developed has been locked in the lab ever since. Make it mine.
You know what? Maybe we're gonna ask. Yeah, I'll ask how.
There's a sub-facility beneath the automech factory. Its entrance, being hidden, is easy to miss. But we can show you how to find it.
Okie dokie.
Well then, fetch me my new body, and we can finally begin bringing this system to heel.
Okie dokie. Ooh, there's a lever. Oh. What's that? Kill switch. Like support functions will cease. But it's locked. We can't flip and eat kill switch. What else is in here? That's where we came in, I think. Yep. Ooh. So we'll probably at some point be able to sneak in, flip that, and kill Anti if we wanted to. Can we teleport from here? Yes. Yeah, time to get Anti's a body. we're heading to Praetor. That, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, will be where tonight's stream shall end. We'll pick back up on Monday. Some more Outer Worlds 2. We'll get Anti a Buddy, then try to get the Archive. I think the Archive might be like the end or close to the end. Feels like it because all our companion missions are done. Everything's starting to funnel towards one area. I say thanks everyone for coming along and keep me company across all socials, because the content we create on this channel is only made possible thanks to you watching along at home. So very much appreciated. Thank you for your time. Well, hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye and stay safe.